Your 30s are often described as the decade when life begins to stabilize. You probably earn more than you did in your 20s, you may have a clearer sense of direction, and the world expects you to start building real wealth. But what many people do not realize is that your 30s are also the years where a few subtle financial mistakes can quietly sabotage your entire future. Most people do not lose wealth because of one catastrophic event. They lose it slowly, bit by bit, without even noticing. A few small choices, a few habits you ignore, and before you know it, you are trapped. You may have a decent income, but no real savings. You may look successful on the outside, but your finances are crumbling beneath the surface. The scary part is, most people will never even realize what went wrong until it is too late. So today, we are diving deep into 3 major money traps that catch people in their 30s. These are not rare mistakes. They are painfully common. They disguise themselves as normal, responsible behavior. But if you are serious about building wealth and financial freedom, these are the traps you must avoid at all costs. Number 1. Lifestyle inflation, the silent income killer. Most people enter their 30s with a powerful sense of urgency. They feel pressure to get it together. Maybe it is because everyone around them is buying homes, getting married, starting families, or landing prestigious jobs. So naturally, they begin upgrading their lifestyle. They move to bigger houses. They lease luxury cars. They eat out more often, travel more frequently, and slowly surround themselves with nicer things. These upgrades feel like signs of success, and to some extent, they are. But they also come with a dangerous cost. The trap here is called lifestyle inflation. It is what happens when your expenses grow as quickly as, or faster than, your income. And here is what most people missed. Just because you earn more does not mean you are building wealth. In fact, if your spending grows in proportion to your income, you are just running faster on a financial treadmill without ever getting ahead. You cannot build freedom if every raise you earn goes toward a new expense. Freedom comes from owning your time, not just owning more stuff. And you cannot own your time if you are stuck maintaining a lifestyle that keeps you dependent on every paycheck. So how do you avoid this trap? Create a rule: every time your income increases, a fixed percentage must go to investments, savings, or asset creation, before you even think about increasing your spending. For example, if you get a 10% raise, you should allocate at least 5% of that raise toward building wealth. This could mean increasing your retirement contributions, investing in a new income stream, or paying down high-interest debt. Do this consistently and your financial position will grow stronger with every career win. The key is to separate real wealth from the appearance of wealth. One gives you options, the other gives you obligations. So ask yourself this: are your financial decisions today building your freedom tomorrow, or just funding a lifestyle you will eventually feel trapped in? Number 2. They confuse assets with liabilities. This next trap is subtle, and it catches smart people off guard. It is the belief that buying certain things, like a house or a car, automatically makes you wealthier. The truth is more complex. In your 30s, there is often social pressure to own things. You hear people say, renting is throwing money away, or you are wasting money leasing a car. And while these statements sound financially responsible, they can actually lead to terrible decisions if you are not careful. Let us break it down. An asset is something that puts money in your pocket. A liability is something that takes money out. That is the fundamental difference. So, is a house an asset? Not always. If you buy a home that stretches your budget, comes with high property taxes, maintenance costs, and limits your mobility, it may feel like an achievement, but financially it can weigh you down. It is a liability in disguise. It may appreciate over time, yes, but if it restricts your ability to invest elsewhere or forces you to work longer hours just to afford it, you are not building freedom. You are building a cage. The same goes for cars. A new car may look like a symbol of progress, but the moment you drive it off the lot, it begins to lose value. And the payments, insurance, maintenance, and taxes can quietly drain thousands each year. Now imagine if that money had been invested instead. The trap here is thinking that owning expensive things makes you rich. But the wealthy do not get wealthy by buying. They get wealthy by building. They invest in assets that generate income: real estate rentals, dividend-paying stocks, digital products, or businesses. If you are in your 30s and still renting, do not panic. Renting is not always a bad financial move. It gives you flexibility. It frees up capital to invest. And in many cases, it costs less than home ownership. What matters more than owning something is what that ownership costs you in opportunity. Instead of rushing to buy what everyone else is buying, ask yourself, how will this decision impact my long-term freedom? Will it generate income or demand it? Will it give me leverage or limit it? The goal is not to own things. The goal is to own things that work for you. That is how you escape the cycle of working for money and start letting money work for you. Number 3. They delay building wealth until it is too late. This is the most heartbreaking trap and also the most common. People spend their 30s telling themselves, I will start investing later. I will save when things settle down. I will build that business when I have more time. They believe they still have time. And in some ways, they do. But what they do not realize is that every year they delay has a permanent cost. This is the compound interest killer. Here is a simple example. If you invest $500 per month starting at age 30 and earn an average return of 8% annually, by the time you are 60, you will have nearly $700,000. But if you wait just 5 years and start at 35, you only have about $460,000. That 5-year delay cost you over $230,000, and all you did was wait. Compound interest is one of the most powerful forces in personal finance. But it only works when you start early and stay consistent. Your 30s are not the time to delay. They are the time to plant the seeds of your financial future. And you do not need to know everything. You do not need to pick the perfect stock or have $10,000 saved up to start. What you need is a system. Start with simple, automated investments into low-cost index funds. Contribute to your retirement accounts. Even if it is just a small amount each month, open a brokerage account. Learn the basics of investing. And most importantly, be consistent. Time is the most valuable asset you have when building wealth. Not your income, not your degree, not even your business skills. Time. And once it passes, you can never get it back. So instead of waiting for the perfect moment to start building wealth, start now and get better along the way. Let us take a moment to pause and reflect. Your 30s are not about perfection. They are about direction. You do not need to get everything right. You just need to avoid getting the big things wrong. Because the habits and decisions you make in this decade will shape your financial reality for the rest of your life. Do not let the illusion of success blind you from actual progress. The biggest financial regrets people have later in life are almost always the same: living above their means, chasing the wrong goals, and waiting too long to invest. The good news is that you can change your entire future by changing just a few things now. Avoid lifestyle inflation. Stop trying to impress others. Focus on building assets. Invest early and consistently. That is how you build real wealth. And if this message resonated with you, even a little, then here is your next step. Like this video. Leave a comment with the money trap you will avoid, and subscribe for more powerful financial content like this. Your support helps this message reach more people who need it. Coming up next, how the rich multiply their income without working more hours. If you want to stop trading time for money and start building real leverage, you do not want to miss it. See you in the next one.